Diggins trying to negotiate. Loyd on the drive, scoops it up and in. Not to be denied.
You're exactly right. Playing not to lose instead of playing to win.
Here's Diggins. Got it. There's a three-pointer. Diggins with the rebound. And now it's a 3-on-1 for the Irish. Over the top, Loyd for two.
Notre Dame has been successful when they've been able to get out in transition. Skylar Diggins just lobs it up there, and Jewell Loyd elevates with the finish.
Liz, number one in the country in that category, 41%. Loyd again, wriggling free for two more. She's so hard to follow. Over the top of Chanwa, got the pass free. Here's Loyd lining up a long one. She buries a three.
Reference their efficiency, how good they are on the offensive end. Multiple players will initiate, multiple players can make plays. Notre Dame's going to have to be sound on this end of the floor.
Loyd, they had some foul problems last Monday night against Tennessee, and they rescued themselves with a huge second half and terrific support from the bench as Loyd suffered their first league loss at Virginia. And a couple of... Maryland has as many turnovers as field goals thus far. Loyd elevates and scores.
Notre Dame runs a lot of this action off the pinch, off the elbow area. Their post players handling the basketball, handoffs back
Down margin. Loyd posting up. Count it.
She is so good. I mean, she can really score at every level on the offensive end. And that's a really nice pass in there. A nice post entry by Reimer. But she's got the ability to post you up. We've seen her mid-range game. She can shoot the three. I mean, she is going to be a star. She is going to be a star in a Notre Dame uniform.
That's the third offensive foul on Maryland here in this first half. Loyd, nice backdoor, and the assist, Madison Cable. She could join Duke's Elena Beard as the only three-time winners in ACC history. Loyd off the window. Jewell with 16 on her return tonight.
I mean, senses, she's got a post on her, drives baseline. Look at that. This is a lateral jump almost by Jewell Loyd.
Breaker jumping into the passing lane. Aerial breaker with the takeaway. And the breakaway.
That's what you're doing if you're a point guard, caught in that post in that rotation. I mean, you're just trying to get a piece of the ball. Holy cow.
My goodness, with just 4 on the shot clock, no reset on that. Harley Selvig, who happens to be the niece of the head coach, Robin Selvig. Loyd coming off the screen at the elbow. Loyd, the assist to Reimer, who slipped the screen. Loyd gives it back to Cable. She'll go with the mid-range game for two. Westbeld snares the rebound on the missed shot from Rubel. Loyd on the run. Gets it to go.
And they like to keep teams in front of them, make them hit contested jump shots. But when you have a player like Jewell Loyd, question about it. You know, and you mentioned her athleticism. You see a lot of players who separate using a step back. She separates using a fadeaway. And you see it, the one dribble. That's a hard angle to tell.
I'm not sure
yeah,
you can tell. Loyd. Boy, the Irish take advantage of possibly an extra. Nothing quiet about her game. The assist for Westbeld. Got it. Jewell Loyd, 10 points, 4 assists.
Well, she came out locked in and aggressive on the offensive end. On the pin down, knocks down a shot. Really good in the two-man game. You don't come up and close that gap. She's going to knock it down, and the mid-range is where she excels. But Natalie Achanwa, now she's the one. Every defense is focused on her as 5 seconds left in the game.
Here is Loyd. Gets a touch, gets a shot, gets 2 more.
One of the things that Muffet McGraw talked to us about was when Notre Dame gets into this rhythm as Jewell Loyd hits another contested jumper, Jewell does look much more composed in the second half.
He's got a couple of buckets now for 8. Jewell Loyd on the drive.
She will be challenging for Notre Dame to defend. Notre Dame won both regular season meetings, and now Notre Dame's transition is the one thing that Coach Joanne P. McCauley said they really have to get a handle on and stop. Jewell Loyd is tough to stop, and that is her 1,000th career point in games, trailing all season long. Loyd to her left and perfect. ACC tournament so far, hitting 65% of her shots coming into this game, and today she's 4 for 6. Loyd elevates, man. Loyd all the way and off glass.
And when their guards get involved, they transition quickly and get numbers. This is tough to stop. You don't see 2 hips, 2 shoulders. You go off
from the floor in this game.
They've got the tempo where they want it. They're moving the ball and they're playing against that Notre Dame D like it's...
And then lost it on the way up.
That wasn't over the back.
Not according to the officials. Loyd again, yes.
But we don't defend and do the things we need to on the glass. We can't get out and run. As far as their offense, she said we're standing around. We're not penetrating, and she was really disappointed.
Jewell Loyd is an All-American. She's on my top 10 list for sure. Watch this play right here. They're taking advantage of the top of that zone. Haley Peters is trying to protect inside out. She doesn't want anybody to dribble through the top, but their open jump shot is available. McBride.
His assistant coach, Al Brown, she said no matter how many minutes I play in a game, he is always critiquing me, helping me get better, and it's paying off.
Jewell Loyd so athletic.
Well, it's back-to-back plays in transition. See, this is the wear-down effect. When you defensive rebound, you can get out on a break. Notre Dame has excellent rebounding guards. They don't need the outlet. An alley-oop pass and a finish by Jewell Loyd.
Johnson trying to force things, got it stripped by McBride. Loyd on the way, yes, and the foul! Jewell Loyd going coast to coast for the Irish.
Duke has already called 2 timeouts to try to stop this run. This is a great job of help defense by McBride. She seeks in on the penetration and it allows Loyd. Their defensive rebounding and their defensive extra effort should be sent, but will they be sent there?
Because last year they thought they were going to Columbus and ended up playing at Iowa and had to play Iowa on their home court.
It split some votes. And certainly it's not hard to make an argument for Alyssa Thomas.
Jewell Loyd.
Allen has excellent speed in the open floor. The swing for Loyd in a 3. She buries it.
She came into tonight's game 0 for 8, but on the game's grandest stage as one of the nation's best player prepared, we think so.
Very tough rebounder, a little too strong though. She's a senior they really rely for leadership. Turner beats everybody to the other end.
Yeah, they do yeoman's work in this tournament, particularly the first 4 days.
Loyd turns, fires, and buries it.
How smooth and effortless Jewell Loyd and Tiffany Mitchell can make this game look for South Carolina's defense to buoy them, to anchor them while the nerves and the offensive jitters were making them struggle, and it has.
Reimer
made it a tough shot. Nicely done by Turner.
Loyd left open, usually not a good idea, and she buries it. By the officials here for game 1. It's a big moment for them.
Well, first of all, we've seen South Carolina officiate it, and that shot blocking from both teams can be a problem. Nice little draw.
Loyd got bumped. She drew the contact by Gaines.
Of a smart offensive player who knows how to score. Look at her. She just peeks back, knows the defender's on her hip. Watch, that's a very subtle lean, and gets the N1. Beautifully done.
For Reimer. Had an excellent first half with 10 points. Really a go-to scorer. Loyd on the drive and spins it in.
That's just a neat play that the Irish run an awful lot. He didn't look calm in those replays.
Well, he certainly did not. Can't blame him. Loyd with a turnaround and hit it. She'll go to the line. Well, that's an All-America play.
That has patterned her game after Kobe Bryant. So individual offense, that right there is patented Kobe Bryant. Look at this fadeaway jump shot. Get separation from the defender. Use your nice soft touch. That was beautifully done.
But usually Turner on the other end. Athletic play there by Jewell Loyd. Mabry open from 3, and she sticks it. Still to come. Number 1 UConn. taking on Maryland. A couple of #1 seeds. Loyd hits another one. That's a two-pointer. You don't want to see that in practice too often because if it's aimed at you, you're not playing much.
That's right.
Backdoor cut. Great catch and the basket by Loyd.
They are a fine-tuned offensive system. It's a read and react. So the defender gets top side of Jewell Loyd, and she simply goes opposite. She gets right to the rim. Gaines tries to hold on to her jersey. Not good enough.
It's coming off the bench, but Loyd has the rebound. She wants to be a one-person fast break all by herself for two.
Yeah.
I think the score would indicate that is right on. Tough drive there on the baseline and well done by Jewell Loyd, but again, for men and women, the entry pat knocked away by Loyd. A block there and a Stewart shot.
It's up top for Turner. It's rejected by Slaughter, but then Notre Dame tries again as Loyd gets it. Mabry, 0 for 2 now from distance. Jewell Loyd! Oh my goodness. Notre Dame up by 2.
This has been a fantastic start. Look at Jewell Loyd, tips it to herself and finishes the play.
Trying to break out of this drought. They run Loyd off of the screen. Conrad gave her a little bit. Winner off the mark by Brown, and here's Jewell Loyd in the open court. Doesn't have numbers, but she has Jewell Loyd skills.
Sweet. Post up, inverting her to the block.
Reimer takes it inside. Loyd grabs it, is double teamed, and it doesn't matter.
First, I don't even know how she caught that ball.
That is the first foul on Brittany Brown. Jewell Loyd off a curl, cut into the lane for her 8th point.
She's got her hands full because she's primarily been a defender on Loyd. There's a nice backdoor. And
Cable cuts to the basket. And now Loyd, another one.
oh boy, is Megan Conrad ball watching back to back.
Her expression never seems to change. But we see her over on the bench now yelling out, encouraging her teammates. Jewell Loyd gets inside and does it again.
How is that not a foul?
10 for 10 between Stewart and Dolson, and they've got 18 of their points on the interior.
Stewart has 10. Difficult catch. Nicely done by Jewell Loyd. McBride to put it in. Loyd, yes, hit a three.
Jumper, girl can play. And then this is the other part of the dynamic tandem. How about that? No time on the clock, defender in your...
Particularly Jefferson, who's only a sophomore at 5'7", and an honorable mention All-America. Here's Loyd straight on. Got it, a three-pointer. What a huge shot. Open got a great look, but off the back of the iron. Loyd, great feed for the freshman and 2.
I know that you've had a good relationship with a lot of these players. I noticed during the halftime, everybody came over here to talk to you, Chris Paul. But, you know, Jewell Loyd's someone you've had a special relationship. You watch game film, you talk to her. What is it that you're trying to help her get to in her game?
Well, I've known Jewell since high school. And so, you know, when she's at Notre Dame and now it's with the Seattle team, I've watched her grow. And we've been in the gym together. We spent time together working on the mid-range game, working on her pull-ups and threes and reading the defense and things of that nature. And she's like a little sister to me, so anything she needs, I'm there for.
This is going to have to be a quick catch and shoot. Maybe something dive into the hole by Brianna. We'll see. And there she is. Oh, she had it. Catch and shoot for Loyd! Who hits it at the buzzer? Who wants a third game against these two? I do, and we're going to get it on Sunday as Jewell Loyd is the hero. Bird inbounding into the corner. And it's in! Seattle wins! A cold-blooded triple at the buzzer! We did not think this would be a clutch game, which is decided 5 points or less with 5 minutes to go. Here's Jewell going in, and let's finish it like it started.
6'6", she takes up space inside, can defend, score inside as well. Nice cut by Loyd.
And Loyd puts it home. Here is Langhorne, guarded by Akwumike. Loyd will heave, and hit. Backdoor, Loyd controls and finishes.
Potent offensively is the versatility of her game. You know she's got the three-pointer and the pull-up jumper, but she is really good and explosive going to the basket.
High jump champ 13 years ago at Lewis and Clark High School in Spokane, and
Here's Jewell Loyd, catch, fire, and hit. Jewell Loyd really has worked on her perimeter game. That was really after this, as Jewell Loyd splashes one home from the corner. Quinn to Takashi.
They have a mismatch. Candace Dupree with Brianna Stewart.
Loyd, the flat shot now. Finding Loyd. Jewell Loyd's jumper is good. As Beard misfires. Under 2 to go in the first half. Opening game of the season for both of these teams. As Loyd, it's a much needed. Loyd, the hesitation, the force, and the flip is good. The 3 even. That means you are going to play a 1-game playoff in the second round. And that's always dangerous.
It was dangerous for New York a year ago.
Loyd finishes plus the foul.
1 game before they were knocked out, so every game hugely important.
Play here in Seattle, great crowd at Key Arena on a Mother's Day Sunday afternoon. A quick turnover. This is what hurt Seattle yesterday. Now Seattle gets the benefit of the early scoop and score. Loyd tries to get beyond Mitchell and does, and she squeezes between the 2 Fever defenders, puts it up off the window and scores. Leads by 9.
One of the prettiest plays of the game. Getting in the defense, taking the contact in between 2 Indiana defenders, and somehow gets this to go off the glass. Body control, strength, athleticism.
Before it goes out of bounds, gets it to Loyd, 5 on the shot clock, and she uses a little English.
You gotta be really careful.
Loyd, the answer, boom! Jewell Loyd feeling it. It's the Bird in the corner. Loyd surveys with 10 on the shot clock. She'll pull the trigger on a 3-ball. It just keeps falling for Jewell Loyd.
It left to a 5-on-4 possibility and an open jumper.
Here's Loyd in the opposite corner. My goodness. Langhorn didn't have anybody to pass to, so she settled for the jump shot. No good, and Jewell Loyd offensive rebound. Post Takashi, looking in, high-low. Mosqueda Lewis again, hook pass to Loyd. Sets her feet, now drives in. Woo! Crossover move, step back, and knock it home, Jewell!
I tell you what, this right here is the quickness factor. Watch this, boom! And just totally loses the defender. That was awesome. Ridiculous crossover, the quickness, wow.
Here's Loyd the other way. She fades, and it's just it's an ocean right now. She's just throwing it up. This game would be in the high 80s to low 90s. It's the pace these 2 teams want to play this season. Oh, lob pass, super, backdoor Jewell Loyd.
What we want, here's what we're going to do in Seattle to get that stop after the 20-second timeout's break. Ooh.
There's the second alley-oop lob.
She can do that with nobody around, and she can do it in traffic. She just has such good body control.
Catch, shoot, and hit. Converges. Back to Jewell on the attack. Crossover from 18. There it is. It keeps the dribble, splits the defense. Now back out to Sid. Loyd in the corner. She relocates.
Williams and Natasha Howard, 2 outstanding athletes. I wouldn't know who would win a track meet between those 2.
Look at the explosion by Jewell Loyd. The quick crossover.
Just a wide open bucket for Milic.
Minnesota now just 2 off. The biggest lead of the game in every 2 or 3 games.
Chelsea Gray. Taking on Motohashi. Now Loyd with plenty of time for the 3.
Involved as well. Wide open is Jewell Loyd here. Great pass. Aja Wilson. Again, the States go over the top to break the press. This is beautiful Nolan pass. Griner, what a finish. Oh my word.
Now, had the defense leaning one way, kept her pivot foot.
Look out, going the other way. Sue does what she does best, and that's lead the break to Jewell Loyd for the layup.
Near her, she's going to grab it, and you're not going to take it from her. It is locked away in the safety deposit box with no key.
Ball reversal, how about that?
The last time she was here, she strained her hip, couldn't finish the game, and it was a turning point for Seattle to get that win.
Cruising to the lane. Jewell Loyd for the bucket by Brianna Stewart. Oh, what a beautiful bounce pass through traffic. Right by Quigley. Lewis coming in now. Oh, look at that. How about Jewell? Just going to let it bounce a couple times. And in 35-32. Check that 35-30. Here's Loyd trying to answer and does. Loyd's been attacking. Starters back in, Bird and Clark. There's Jewell. Jewell splitting the trio of defenders.
Errant pass. Instead, it ends up with a 3-ball.
Loyd back to Brianna. Got a great look at this one. Nothing but net. 40-38, Storm by 2. Loyd attacks again, tries to buy contact, and does. I wasn't sure if she was going to get the call there, but she did. Great seal by Alicia Clark on the backside. I mean, that was a video on how-to defensive rebound right there. And that's a how-to video on how to throw an entry pass. 3-point attempt, she's got 17 points. Jewell on the other end, and another rejection. Jewell gets it back and finishes. Nicely done there. Interesting shot selection there by Chicago.
She hoisted it up like she either thought she was getting fouled.
Oh, Jewell to Brianna. First nail in the coffin right there.
They still put 93 points on the board.
The Storm were down 73-59, and Jewell Loyd says, I got to shoot it. There was one left on the shot clock. On the way, no good. On the other way for the Aces is Young, and Jewell Loyd steals it. Let's hope she can see well enough to make a layup. She got that one.
Seattle's got to figure out a way to get crisp and efficient on offense.
Behind the back, nice feed to Langhorne. There's her first bucket in 9 contests.
Out of their rhythm.
Loyd gets a hip check screen for Paris. Back into Courtney, who finishes. Nicely done there. Seattle's had a couple pick and rolls work very well recently.
And finding her star.
Went now to Loyd. Against McBride. Doesn't use the screen by Stewart, but Loyd gets in.
Eeks, but Ace is glad to see her back out, healthy and ready to go. She's provided a spark.
Loyd, bounce pass. Howard inside, takes contact, gets the foul and the bucket. Natasha Howard.
Rotating over for weak side help. The play before on the other end, Natasha Howard.
To Loyd. Not a bad player in her own right. Gets a screen from Stewie. Pull-up jump shot from 18. There it is on cue, Jewell Loyd. She said, hey. No, Vegas' coach loves physical play. There's no question about that. Not many people more physical than Bill Laimbeer back in the day. Jewell Loyd splashes it home. They're making noise. Vegas is not exactly closed out games this year. Here's Loyd with the pull-up. There it is. All right, maybe Lloyd's got something good.
Jonquil Jones, too strong. Deladon flags it down. Jewell Loyd gets an open look and buries the 3. And Wheeler is 1-3 away from tying the WNBA All-Star Game record. 7 threes made by Tolliver last year.
You know, and the nice thing, or the crazy thing actually, every time they touch the ball or try to get to an open space to find the ball right now. Solid defense by the Sparks, and Stewie working hard.
Under 2 to play, they continue to lead. Loyd in the lane, cranks it in.
I think bench step, especially in a game like this. Bucket, now 2 players in double figures for LA.
Loyd was bumped and hooked it in, plus the foul. 17 first half points for Candace Parker, playing like an MVP frontrunner. Loyd all alone, puts it in.
Right in that muscle in that thigh into Clark as she's trying to walk it off.
Backdoor pass to Loyd. Prince crosses inside and back to Stewart. For 3 more. Loyd off the screen, works right by Parker.
You had a point guard on Brianna Stewart, and you've got mismatches everywhere.
Stewie feeds Loyd, who sticks and Russell and Brianna Stewart. And look at Jewell running the other way, getting the feed from Sue. And Brianna coasting in.
That Jewell Loyd couldn't hang on to that ball after taking the steal.
Oh, the give, the go, the bucket. That's just gorgeous. See who makes the defensive adjustments as we have another wide open 3 over Russell's hands.
A pretty teardrop for Jefferson.
Loyd crossover, forces her way in, and that's Rainbow from 15, no. Sue comes up with the board, feeds Talbot, kick into the corner, she's wide open, it's Jewell Loyd. Great snatch rebound by Brianna, even better outlet to Jewell Loyd, fouled in 1. 15 in the quarter, and Dallas outscores them 11-0 over the final 5-13. Here's Jewell trying to and out. The long arms of Mercedes Russell gets it out to Sue. Now Jewell, touch pass. Brianna inside, some contact. Gets all the way to the rim and misses the shot. Sue with it. Feeds Jewell. Nobody's on her. She's going to coast in. Mabry way too late.
Right now has come from nowhere to tie this up.
Here's Sue with it. Can the superstars get it done? Oh, give and go. Yes, they can. Overtime is when Sue shines. Here's Jewell. Nice feed to Russell. Lays it up and in. Or take the lead on this possession. Here's Loyd driving baseline. She's got the step. She lays it up and in. We're tied. Loyd. Screen by Russell. Pull-up jump shot. The first one goes down. That's just what the doctor ordered.
She must love these rims.
And that's the pick your poison. If you double Brittany Griner, you're going to leave somebody open outside. Jewell, can she start 2 of 2? Yes, indeed she can. 5-3. Does.
Over Griner to get that one.
Good look from Jewell. Bingo! Jewell Loyd in double figures in 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Here comes Sue, and she knows where to get the basketball right now, wherever 2-4 is. Hands off Jewell, attacking the paint, gets by Griner, lays it up and in! 83%, 5 of 6. Phoenix is only down 4, so they are right there. Here's Jewell again, and she stays hot. Sometimes timeouts can cool hot shooter. Crossover dribble into Griner. Kick back out, Katie Lou. Diggins-Smith with 3 on the shot clock, guarding Jewell for 3! That was like the one that won the game about a month ago. Diggins-Smith, try her hand at another 3. That one's no good. Katie Lou with the rebound. She's got Jewell leaking out. Do we have 19 for the quarter? Yes, we do.
And Nurse tells the crowd to quiet down, hitting her second 3.
Good look here for 22! Jewell Loyd, 22 points here in the first 5.5 minutes. You don't want to have to play in the 5-8 game. A do-or-die situation. Oh, nice feed inside. Jewell in 1. She's got 24 going on 25.
Seattle, you don't want to be complacent here. You got 4.5 minutes to go.
Loyd spinning, firing. There it is, the first bucket. Bullet pass inside, a dangerous one, but a nice catch.
Well, and it's a high percentage look for Collier as well.
There's Loyd with it, leans in. That one's no good. Gets her own rebound, put back and in.
She's got 4 rebounds in this game, and that time doesn't get a rebound in the category, but draws the foul.
Here's a nice cut. Ooh, little flip to Jewell Loyd, and in one motion kisses it off the glass, and we got ourselves.
That is a player that you have to extend, push her off the three-point line.
And Loyd flips it up with a little jump stop. Minutes from the rookie Dulcie Fanka-Mengiata. Here's Loyd with it, hesitates, drives in the lane, and scoop it up and good.
Watch out.
Cheryl Reeve needs a timeout.
Brilliant off the ball, cut to the hoop, and there's nobody that could catch up with her.
Here's Loyd down the lane, lay it up and in. Miller has 3 fouls, and she has been a thorn in Seattle's side. Sammy Whitcomb, boom.
The former teammates, I love it.
1-on-1, Jewell Loyd behind the back, all the way to the window, scoop it in and score with .1 left. That's how you do it.
3 from deep. She's got 14 points, the 6'4" center.
Here's Loyd, knocks down the 3, and she gets hit in the face.
Collier has been unguardable.
She can't play any better than she has the last 2 games. Jewell Loyd steps back and knocks it down and 1. Got to make something happen here with 3 on the shot clock. Back to Loyd. Nobody better to do it than Jewell Loyd. Fires it up. That's what Jewell Loyd does when there's 1 on the shot clock. New 14 for the Storm.
Another double-double for Ezzy. 14 points, 12 boards.
Oh, Jewell feeling it. Look out. Step back. There you go. Those are the shots that were all going down for Collier earlier this week in the 11-point win. Loyd checks their feet. Fires, hits! Dojkic getting it into Loyd. 5-second differential on game and shot. Here's Jewell driving in, double team comes and she scores.
The guard had switched on to Collier and Dulcie had to rotate and was there.
Dulcie's all-time high in minutes was 13. Loyd for 3! Gives Seattle the lead back.
Leading the way for this Seattle team is still really trying to find a lead out year last year for Seattle.
As the facilitator, find Burton for 3.
Good ball movement this possession by Seattle. Now Loyd has it. Awaka Kuir.
All out there on the wing like that.
Loyd has it. Behind the back dribble, pull up. Tough shot, going free. As Dallas has been quick as a cat on defense, particularly 30, 40 feet from the basket. Fade away.
Well, that's the other problem. LA has been making so many shots. Seattle has not been able to get out in transition.
There's Jewell.
Loyd. Oh, yeah. If she can, she can see that basket.
With points in the paint, they've been out rebounding the Storm, but the turnovers have caused some problems for them. As Loyd and Young adds to her total, she's got 16.
Jewell Loyd was posting up, plums it up good. 4 points for Candace Parker. Here's Loyd.
Mercedes Russell coming back off of injury. Here's Jewell Loyd who launches. Seattle set sail for the other end. It's a 4-on-1. Dojkic bounce pass. Loyd buries a three. Rubawale on Loyd. She will fire and bury a three. A late whistle comes in. It's been sensational. Crossing over Dickey. Here is Loyd.
Lays it in. Sun up 6. 4 minutes gone by. Opening quarter. Thanks for staying up late for Sun basketball.
Before that Dallas game on Saturday, Houston's last 4 games, that Rebecca Allen was able to create the space there by bringing over that extra defender, thinking that she was going to go up for the three. It gave Thomas the open outlet there. And this is what I mean by settling for outside shots. That's not what, and that's all that we've seen from Jordan Houston, and that's all we hear about from Noelle Quinn about her, is just how much she's a sponge to this game.
There you go, double figures, 12 for Bonner.
There we go. See, I told you that's the telekinetic ability. She hears me.
Can Loyd answer?
It's when I'm sitting courtside doing sideline and I see her run there under the basket, I'm always impressed at how she just gets up.
Now you hold your breath with Tiff Hayes because of her injury history.
To make a hockey-like substitution with 5 players going to the scorer's table. Jewell Loyd's pull-up is smooth.
In typical Ezzy fashion, no change of expression.
Jewell Loyd. Sammy with it. Loyd now with 5 on the shot clock. Tries to force a shot up. Forward. And the guard loses handle of it. And here comes Jewell the other way. And she puts it up and in.
Saw the extended arm of Dojkic. And that ball had a high amount of arch in it. It went straight in.
Jewell tries to create. Shot clock. Got to make something happen. Pull-up jump shot. Not really her forte. She likes to take it to the rim. Just like Jewell Loyd likes to take it to the rim. And
from Seattle's offense, a lot of possessions.
Jewell driving in. Gets to the window and scores and one. There's Jewell Loyd. No team in the WNBA that's terrible at free throw shooting, but today they are. Jewell gets no call there. Goes in, gets it back over on the offensive board and knocks it down. All right. Against Jones. Approaching the minute mark. Jewell, a lot of body on her. More body! And no whistle again.
From the past, to watch the players in the present, to watch be here in the new arena, to go to the new practice facility, just to see the growth of the game and where we are.
And it is a packed house here in Seattle. The crowds this year have been fantastic.
We always know our fans.
Can't get it to go. Here comes Alyssa Thomas. Now Harris with it. Into the corner. Good teamwork, Tiffany Mitchell, and Jewell comes out to get a piece of that one. Gumake finds Ezzy. Kick back, Diggin Smith. Good touch pass. Look at the ball movement. 3-ball dagger, there it is! 6 on the shot clock. Loyd checks the clock. Double comes, spins away from traffic, and hits! Jewell Loyd, for the first time in her career, has gone over 40!
Has upped its efficiency in the second. But fueling their offense, Jewell Loyd ties it up.
Yes, she's a dynamic player. We all know that Jewell can score and get block shots defensively. But I'd like to see her just be more of a facilitator as well, getting her teammates involved, because they're going to need her shot.
Jordan Houston, backdoor to Loyd.
A lot easier for her to score.
Houston has been a plus off the bench for the Storm. Loyd again off ball.
Seattle looking to push every possession. Jewell, catch, fire, boom!
Now, really, they're challenging all the veteran teams in this league.
Here's Jewell turning the corner. Oh, is she feeling it? Look out.
Forward. Now she's matched up against a smaller player and doing just as well.
We're seeing a repeat, aren't we, Elise, of the last time Jewell played in. 9 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds thus far for Caitlin. Here's Jewell on the attack, circles back around. Will fade, fire, and hit. It's all going down for Jewell Loyd. Ooh, no kick call on that one. Instead, it's a turnover. Here comes Loyd into the corner. She gonna fire? Yes, she is. Is she staying hot? Yes, she is!
And Indiana just doesn't have a good matchup for her. The size, the strength, the speed, and the length that you need to slow her down.
How about 3 more? Boom! Jewell Loyd's got 23!
Magma
Magbegor better be on those ballots.
Absolutely. Shot blocked by Jewell. 3-on-2 the other way. Jewell full head of steam. Gives it off to Horston. 1-2. Lay it up around Clark and score. 15 points for Caitlin Clark in 25 minutes. Here's Jewell. Catch and shoot. Boom! Ezzy one-on-one in the post. Good cut by Jewell. An even better feed. And a steal by Jewell. She's going to coast in and get to 34 for her season high.
Have you guys seen those Rakia the Year shirts floating around crypto? Clever play on words there.
Those are some pretty cool shirts. We saw them here the other night. It's been as impressive as what we've seen on the floor.
And Stephanie White, head coach of the Connecticut Sun, couldn't stop saying enough good things about Diggins Smith. Pocket pass, Magbegor in deep, out to Necker. Nice ball movement. Williams, can she get another one? You're kidding me. That's 14 assists now for LA, just 2 turnovers. Here's Loyd from the slot. So all of a sudden,
The only active player in the league with 600 or more steals, Naka Gumke. Here's Jewell with it. Forces one up with the right hand, tried to get. That's crazy balance.
Kind of doing it by committee at this moment.
Loyd tees it up and knocks it down. That's the best look she's had.
There's an example.
High post is Nneka. 8 on the shot clock. To the corner. Jewell, same spot she hit one from last minute, and she knocks another one down. Timing. Her timing is impeccable.
Oh, yeah.
Hanksler with it. Ball stripped away. Talking about timing and long. Jewell Loyd's going to coast into the window and score. Side open for Jewell Loyd. Kick back. Agumake. 3 on the way. And Nneka Agumake, she is
her attempts difficult. That one was fading away from the defense, but she hit it.
Loyd tries to answer and does, and Jewell Loyd's on the scoreboard. Double-double. She's got 8 points and 8 rebounds. Loyd weaves her way in. Oh, Sammy wide open. Gotta love this. Yes, indeed.
Still looking to find a rhythm here offensively.
Here's Jewell. Sometimes you just gotta let your best scorer score, and she does right there. Atlanta just flat out looks gassed right now. Loyd over the top from Sammy. Equals it. Bullet pass, and there's another steal. Storm on the run. Horston's got a step, lays it up, and in!
Russell tips it to herself. More movement from Seattle. Tray ball good for Loyd. Excellent ball movement.
Single digits 4 times this season. Plum, the following games, she's averaged 20.8 points per game on 41% from the field. So talk about balance for Chelsea Gray to get back to herself. But the calendar has turned to September, and we are approaching October to capitalize. How will they respond?
That's the best way.
And all smiles from VG. Wow, there's our first 4-pointer as Jewell Loyd. Well, we've seen our first 4-point shot.
Yeah, she didn't call bank. You don't need to. Jewell's like, it's a little close for me, so I'll just use the glass.
Her all-star teammate, unable to hit from 3 there. Loyd in the corner, knocks it down, leading the league in made threes thus far.
Great direction by you and the WNBA growth. Thank you.
Thank you, Holly. Appreciate it.
Good stuff with the commissioner. A lot of good news. And Deja Kelly from North Carolina, Cameron Brink of Stanford, Haley Van Lith, all sitting down there catching the action. Of course, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark.
Stop, Jewell.
We have a lot of people out there who think you talk to yourself, Asia.
I know they think I'm crazy. We're just down 10. That's the crazy part.
Asia, outstanding. We'll let you go on that note. Thank you so much for being such a good sport. This was great. Those 2 teams will meet in the Commissioner's Cup. Brianna Stewart having an MVP season as she finds her former teammate, Jewell Loyd, a 19-point lead on Team Wilson.
I like that the sign saying it light up orange. Jewell Loyd hits another one, was blue.
2 points away from the most in All-Star game history. And look, they have 2 players on Jewell Loyd trying to keep her from the record. She breaks free. Oh! BG gets it back to Loyd. There it is! Jewell Loyd breaking the record right here.
They tried to keep it out of her hands and ultimately couldn't. She knows she's got it. Okay.
The MVP for this year, 2023 AT&T All-Star Game, goes to Gold Mamba Jewell Loyd with 31 points, an all-time record. 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Congratulations.
Storm 26-8 on the season, 13 in goals. It'll be Sanders and Stewart to jump it up. And the 2018 WNBA Finals are underway as Seattle wins the tip. Here's Loyd finding Howard, cutting to the rim for bucket number 1 of these finals. Corner, way off on a 3, rebound to Clark. Kick ahead, beautifully done. Loyd lays it in. Able to bang it in. Loyd's jumper is good.
We saw that 2 possessions ago by Cloud.
9 points for Natasha Cloud. Loyd will take again. It's hit.
She has a broken knuckle on her shooting hand, and that seemed to have been impacting her the past couple of games.
Loyd again. She's feeling it here in the second.
She's in her bag with China, don't you think?
Gucci bag or a Fendi bag, yes.
In her bag again. Jewell Loyd is feeling it. Here comes Loyd. Loyd finds Stewart. Catch, fire, hit from 3. Brianna Stewart has the last 10 for Seattle. Loyd gets free and lays it in. Have set the city on fire, as you heard Jamal Crawford say at the half. Stewart, great touch pass. Loyd, truth on a 3.
Jewell Loyd continues to shine here in Game 1 of the finals. She likes Game 1 in the playoffs, Ryan. Was stellar in Game 1 against Phoenix, has been stellar so far here tonight.
And right now they're in a huge hole as Loyd flips it in. Jewell Loyd with 21 points. Dan Hughes was very happy with how his team used defense to flow into offense in Game 1 as Howard flips it in. A 9-8 beginning, Mystics in front. Bird tees it up and knocks it down from 3. Not shooting well in the first half. As we saw in Game 5 of the semifinals against Phoenix, can get it going at any moment. As Loyd hits the jumper, and that is a good sign for the Storm. That's her 10th. Loyd, run off the line, will lay it in. Jewell Loyd with a strong start. And this game is tied. Nate Robinson fired up. Seattle with some momentum. Loyd gives it up. Clark, you bet! On a 3! 2-point game. It's been played very tightly here in the third. Loyd raises up and cans the jumper.
The defender gets over the screen. Ruffin Pratt gets over, but gets caught up just a little bit. And the way Jewell Loyd is shooting in this third quarter, you can't give her that space or she's going to drain it.
How would it be to have Kobe as one of your mentors? That's what Jewell Loyd has. And she said, you know, after that Game 1 where she was pretty poor, she was able to go back to some of her mentors, and the words of Kobe are what drove her to improve.
Yeah, that's a nice rabbi to go to after a tough Game 5. Kobe Bryant has continued to be there for Jewell Loyd. Loyd banks it in. The Mystics are going to even up these best-of-5 finals at a game apiece. Loyd connects. Stewart a 3 is good. Seattle back in front.
Hoping that will relieve some pressure of Alicia Clark not guarding Christy Tolliver.
Washington 8 of 26. Seattle is just 9 of 26 from the floor. Loyd gets it back into the arms of Stewart. She has 12 and now 14. Loyd off the delivery from Bird, finds Stewart in rhythm. You bet! Eric Tebow and the rest of the Washington staff were asking their players to take a foul, but that will do it! The Seattle Storm have climbed back to the mountaintop! They are your 2018 WNBA champions! Title number 3 for Sue Bird and the Seattle Storm franchise. of these playoffs, Carolyn Swords. More on her as the game continues. But game one of the 2020 WNBA Finals is underway.
And without second defenders coming at A'ja Wilson, I don't know why Carolyn Swords has been able to get those offensive boards. Just hard work by the big girl.
And Jewell Loyd with the first bucket of the game for Seattle.
Fast-paced start to this first quarter. Angel McCautry already on the bench. Jackie Young in for her, for Vegas.
And Jewell Loyd bunny hops it in. Gets hit with the foul.
Yeah, Jewell Loyd so good coming off screens here. Gets a step by Kayla McBride, so able to finish inside. Help side not there soon enough.
Good 8-0 start in this game. Now an 11-9 Vegas lead. Loyd fading away. Puts it in. Jewell Loyd with 7 first quarter points. She's 3 of 3.
When you start inching a little bit closer, that will give A'ja Wilson more room to operate.
Bird finds Loyd. Loyd on the attack, lays it in. Bird the rebound. Dishes down the floor to Loyd. Beautifully done. Bird to Loyd. Loyd carving, floating, couldn't hit, got it back. Yeah. That record is 11. Just in case you need help with the 10+1 match. That's what I'm here for, partner. Loyd, great pocket pass, and Howard lays it in. For the 2020 WNBA Finals, game one of this best-of-5 series. Seattle a 13-point lead, second quarter winding down. Loyd a 3, she got it. Jewell Loyd with 19 first half points.
Jewell Loyd here. Mercedes Russell calling for the screen. Jackie Young gets stuck behind, just like she got stuck behind the screen, and Epiphany Prince was able to hit.
And Loyd has just been incredible in these playoffs. She's 8 of 10 from the floor, and yeah, you could give her an assist there as Stewart.
It's important to note the largest halftime deficit ever to be overcome was 14 at the half. That's when Rebecca Lobo played for the New York Liberty and Teresa Witherspoon hit a shot against the Comets.
After the Loyd bucket, McBride hits from 3. And McBride has gotten good looks so far in this finals game as Loyd again gets free for the layup.
Yeah, so at this end of the floor, if you're Seattle, how do you take advantage of your size with Brianna Stewart having a smaller player on her?
Loyd banks it in, puts the foul.
Lambier is going to have to do some different things with his lineup, as you see Jewell Loyd doing a great job drawing the contact. And one of those changes is this small lineup. You heard Holly Rowe talk about it, are very makeable shots for her. Vegas does not need to change much the looks that she's getting, and we see Jewell Loyd again gliding to the rim. She was able to consistently do that in game one. Hit a couple mid-range shots. She is most dangerous in transition or when she gets downhill. Always a bonus for Vegas if she can hit jumpers.
Bird a 3 is good. Sugar Rogers had been 1 of 18 from 3 over her last 10 games.
0 for 9 in the playoffs from 3.
Loyd hits the 3.
Get in front of A'ja Wilson.
Bird can't hit that one either. An 8-1 Seattle run, Vegas run that Seattle cuts into there. A'ja saying, oh, my bad, just, trying to make sure it didn't result in any technical foul. Loyd on the offensive glass puts it in.
Wilson, she has not attempted a shot since 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Stewart waiting to check in for Seattle. Loyd a 3 is good with Vegas.
Jewell Loyd coming off a really nice screen by Mercedes Russell. Angel McCautry gets caught up, and Loyd makes her pay. And they can get production from the perimeter and not just the paint.
Loyd dips inside, up under and in for Seattle's first bucket of the game. 8 points already in this game.
Yeah, Seattle switched there defensively, and A'ja Wilson had the height advantage on Clark. Nice take, though. Jewell Loyd continuing here to be able to slice inside.
Thus far in this game, off to a 3 of 3 start from the floor. Stewart, jab step, and the jumper. That is difficult to defend. Swords opts in and has played an enormous role for this Vegas team as Stewart hits the jumper. Bird running. After Angels miss, here's Loyd on the jumper. Does it right there.
Oh, does the underside of the rim count?
I'm not sure. Either way, Loyd's going to make that one count. Holding it down in the studio. Seattle lead, largest of the game. It's 9. Loyd, good fake. Her jumper is smooth.
Jewell Loyd, the little head fake, pull up.
Ideally, yes. Stewart hits the 3. Howard the poke away. Loyd the steal. Vegas getting sloppy. Seattle taking advantage.
The Seattle Storm have been here before, winning the championship in 2018. They have to be able to sense it, to taste it. There's Sharks right now with blood in the water.
I mean, he's not an easy guy to predict what makes him smile anyway, but I'm just sure that won't. In the corner, Loyd connects on a 3.
There's a great chance that those two players can be playing alongside of each other for USA basketball. How beautiful will that be if you're a member of the U.S. national team?
Gary Kloppenberg, are you making sure to still get Sue Bird some floor time in this 4th?
I think you're having that nice take by Tuck. You're having that conversation with Sue Bird.
Loyd cutting through, curling it up and in. Jewell Loyd has a 19-point game 3. The smiles, you can see them through the masks. Utter and complete domination. In a year we will never forget. The Seattle Storm of the team we will always remember. They are your 2020 WNBA champions.
Jewell Loyd, this has been by far your most consistent, focused year of basketball we've ever seen. How were you able to be in this zone, in this moment, during one of the most difficult seasons?
You know, this year has been a lot for me. This is for Kobe, Gigi, and the Bryant family, and for Breonna Taylor. We had a lot of emotions coming to this game. For me this season, I had to pay to him. This is my first season without him, and so I surrounded myself with people who knew him, and I just focused in. And I love my support staff. I love you guys, LH, Kyrie, Phil, my parents. I mean, they all have my back, so it's very emotional for me.
It is tough. You wear 24 because of Kobe. He has watched game film with you. He has been there for you after games, but you didn't have his voice with you this season. What was it that you heard inside of you that let you be great in this moment representing him?
You know, it's the gold shoes. Knowing that I'm unique, I'm special. I wore the shoes because of Kobe, right? His jersey number is everything, and he's the first person to ever believe in me before I got into the league. So it's special. It's special for me. Thank you.
It is. Well, Jewell Loyd, the Gold Mamba, you showed up big, you performed well, and you have been at your best this season. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.